Berlin in the 1800s was a city in motion, a place growing faster than its streets could handle. By the early 19th century, Berlin had become the beating heart of Prussia, shaped by soldiers, workers, thinkers, and rulers who believed the city was destined for something larger. In this video, I use modern AI tools to bring historic paintings, engravings, and prints to life, allowing us to shift perspective, change camera angles, and move through the same scenes in ways their original artists never could. Instead of standing still inside a frame, we walk forward. We look left and right. We notice details the artist hinted at, but could never fully show. First, I want to talk about the city's most powerful symbol. This view shows Brandenburg Gate. By the early 1800s, the Brandenburg Gate stood as Berlin's ceremonial entrance. This view shows its tall sandstone columns rising out of the dust of the road. In the foreground, horse-drawn carriages rattle across uneven stones. In the midground, guards in dark uniforms stand watch, muskets resting at their sides. The background opens into the broad avenue leading toward the royal center. Daily life passes beneath the gate. Merchants arrive with wagons of grain and timber. Messengers ride hard from the provinces. On market days, the air smells of leather, manure, and fresh bread carried from nearby bakeries. But this place also carried tension. In 1806, Napoleon's troops marched through this very gate after defeating Prussia. For Berliners, it was a moment of humiliation. Foreign boots echoed where only Prussian soldiers were meant to walk. The gate mattered because it symbolized power. Whoever passed through it in triumph ruled the city. Later in the century, after Prussia's rise and German unification in 1871, the meaning shifted again. Remarkably, this is a site you can still visit today, standing where victory and defeat once passed side by side. This view shows Unter den Linden. By the mid-1800s, Unter den Linden had become Berlin's Grand Boulevard. This view shows rows of lime trees stretching into the distance. In the foreground, pedestrians stroll slowly, dressed in long coats and high collars. In the midground, cafes spill onto the sidewalks. In the background, church towers and palaces frame the avenue. This was a street of everyday elegance. Students argued politics. Officers showed off polished boots. Newspapers were read aloud at outdoor tables. The sound of carriage wheels mixed with conversation and laughter. Yet beneath the calm, ideas clashed. Berlin was becoming a center of protest and reform. Police watched crowds closely, especially after the revolutions of 1848 shook the city. Unter den Linden mattered because it connected power and culture. It linked the royal palace to the intellectual heart of Berlin. Over time, buildings were rebuilt, widened, and modernized. Today, this avenue survives as one of Berlin's most recognizable streets, still carrying echoes of debate and display. This view shows the royal palace. By the early 19th century, the Berlin Palace dominated the city skyline. This view shows its massive facade facing the River Spree. In the foreground, servants hurry across courtyards. In the midground, guards stand at attention. In the background, domes and towers rise above crowded rooftops. Inside, life followed strict ceremony. Kings held audiences. Clerks carried stacks of documents. The smell of candle wax and polished wood filled the halls. But tension was never far away. During the 1848 revolution, crowds gathered outside demanding reform. Shots were fired nearby. The palace became a symbol of both authority and resistance. It mattered because decisions made here shaped Prussia's future. Wars, laws, and alliances flowed outward from these rooms. The palace was later damaged, demolished, and rebuilt in new forms. Today, the site remains central to Berlin's identity, layered with history. This view shows the River Spree. By the 1800s, the Spree was Berlin's lifeline. This view shows barges crowding the riverbanks. In the foreground, dock workers haul crates. In the midground, warehouses line the water. In the background, church spires reflect on the surface. Daily life here was loud and physical. Water slaps against wooden hulls. Men shout instructions. The smell of wet rope and coal hangs in the air. Danger was constant. Floods threatened homes. Accidents were common. Disease spread easily along polluted water. The river mattered because it powered Berlin's economy. Goods arrived by boat before reaching markets and factories. Later in the century, embankments were reinforced and bridges rebuilt. Today, the Spree still flows through the city, calmer but just as essential. This view shows Alexanderplatz. By the late 1800s, Alexanderplatz had become a busy transport hub. This view shows open space filled with carts and pedestrians. In the foreground, vendors sell food from wooden stalls. In the midground, horse trams arrive and depart. In the background, new commercial buildings rise. This was working Berlin. Factory laborers crossed paths with shop owners. The air smelled of coal smoke and fried onions. Voices overlapped in constant motion. Crowds meant conflict. Pickpockets worked the edges. Police struggled to maintain order during strikes and protests. Alexanderplatz mattered because it connected neighborhoods and classes. It was where the city's energy gathered. Later redeveloped again and again, the square still exists today as a major meeting point. This view shows a working-class tenement. By the mid-1800s, Berlin's population exploded. This view shows narrow courtyards surrounded by tall brick buildings. In the foreground, children play near wash lines. In the midground, women carry water up steep stairs. In the background, windows crowd together with little light. Life here was harsh. Rooms were small. Families shared space with lodgers. The smell of coal stoves mixed with damp stone. Disease spread quickly. Cholera outbreaks struck repeatedly during the century. Reformers warned that overcrowding threatened the city's future. These buildings mattered because they housed the workforce that powered industrial Berlin. Later reforms improved sanitation and housing laws. Some of these courtyards can still be found today, hidden behind modern facades. This view shows a Prussian military parade. By the 1800s, Berlin was unmistakably a military city. This view shows soldiers marching in formation. In the foreground, boots strike stone in perfect rhythm. In the midground, officers ride horseback. In the background, crowds watch in silence. Military life shaped daily routine. Uniforms were everywhere. Discipline defined public space. But war brought fear. Families worried about conscription. Defeat in 1806 lingered in memory, even as victories later restored pride. The army mattered because it secured Prussia's power and later helped form Germany in 1871. Today, parade grounds have become parks, but the legacy remains. This view shows Berlin's factories. By the late 1800s, factories transformed the skyline. This view shows smokestacks rising above rooftops. In the foreground, workers enter iron gates. In the midground, machines thunder inside brick halls. In the background, smoke darkens the sky. Life followed the clock. shifts were long. Noise never stopped. The smell of oil and metal filled the air. Strikes and unrest grew common. Workers demanded rights and safety. Authorities feared revolution. Factories mattered because they turned Berlin into an industrial power. Later regulations and technologies reshaped these districts. Many factory buildings still stand today, reused for new purposes. This view shows a night street scene. By the 1800s, gas lamps lit Berlin's streets. This view shows soft light cutting through darkness. In the foreground, shadows stretch across cobblestones. In the midground, taverns glow warmly. In the background, rooftops fade into night. Nightlife flourished. Music spilled from open doors. Conversation mixed with laughter. But crime increased after dark. Police patrols moved cautiously. The city never truly slept. Street lighting mattered because it changed how Berlin functioned after sunset. Later, electricity replaced gas. Today, Berlin's nights remain famous for their energy. This view shows Berlin at the turn of the century. By the end of the 1800s, Berlin stood transformed. This view shows railways, factories, and grand avenues sharing space. The city feels larger, louder, and more confident. What began as a royal capital had become a modern metropolis. Every street carried layers of memory. Using AI reconstruction, these moments feel closer than ever. We are no longer just observers. We move through the past, step by step. If there's another city, moment, or scene you'd like to explore this way, let me know in the comments. Again, thank you so much.